Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us for the introductory session of Innovate with Ballerina 2025. On behalf of the IEEE Student Branch and the IEEE Computer Society Student Branch Chapter of University of Moratuwa, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this exciting event. We are thrilled to see so many eager minds gathered here tonight, ready to explore the future of tech innovation. This isn't just a competition, it's a movement. Ballerina is redefining the cloud-native application development, and tonight is your gateway into its world. Powered by WSO2, the visionary force behind Ballerina, this journey brings cutting-edge innovation to your fingertips. Whether you are new to this language or already familiar, we promise you'll leave inspired and informed. We also have an amazing speaker lined up, an exciting glimpse into what the upcoming competition holds, and of course, a dedicated session for your burning questions. So let's dive in. To officially commence the program, now I invite the chairman of the IEEE Student Branch, Sanjula Gatsara, to deliver the welcome speech.
Thank you, Sanaya. Am I audible?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's a special moment today as we officially begin the Innovative Ballerina 2025 journey with this introductory session. On behalf of IEEE Student Branch and the IEEE Computer Society chapter of University of Moratuwa, I'm really happy to welcome you all to this exciting session. As you might know, this event is proudly powered by WSO2, and our aim is to introduce you to Ballerina, a modern open source programming language specifically designed for cloud-native applications, and to help you to develop your skills in innovation and tech-driven problem solving. We started this journey last year with the first ever Innovative Ballerina 2024, and it turned out to be a huge success. Over 1,800 participants registered, and it sparked so many amazing ideas of innovation. Today marks the beginning of the second edition, and we are super excited to see where this year's iteration reaches. In this session, you will get a solid introduction to Ballerina, and we are honored to have Ms. Asma Jabir from WSO2 and us to guide you through it. And also, our team is here to walk you through the competition structure, guidelines, and answer any questions you have. So I am warmly welcome you all to this session. We are really looking forward to see what you'll create and learn through this experience. Hope you enjoy the session and make the most of this opportunity. Thank you. Over to you, Sena.
Thank you very much, Sanjula. Your leadership and dedication are truly inspiring to all of us. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the impact and innovation showcased during the inaugural edition of the competition. Please sit back and enjoy the recap of Innovate with Ballerina 2024, which captures the remarkable creativity and achievements of our previous participants. That was a wonderful journey down memory lane, reminding us of how far we've come. And now with great pleasure, we welcome our guest speaker, someone who had made significant contributions to the field of modern software development. She has played a pivotal role in shaping the tools that developers rely on today, with expertise spanning APIs, integration, and cloud-native application development, all of which are foundational to the Ballerina programming language. As a key leader at WSO2, she continues to drive innovation that empowers developers worldwide. We are truly honored to have her here with us this evening to share her valuable insights and experiences. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Asma Jabir, Technical Lead at WSO2, to ignite our passion and inspire new ideas for innovation tonight.
So thank you, Senaya. I hope everyone can see me. Yeah, so my name is Asma. I'm from WSO2. I'm working with the Ballerina team for about past 5 years, and I'm mainly focusing on the tooling aspects of Ballerina. So today, let me walk you through Ballerina to get you an idea about how you can use this language to get the most out of this hackathon. So let me share the slide set. Hope you all can see my screen. Just a moment. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to the awareness session of Innovate with Ballerina. So let me walk you through the Ballerina language first, so that you get an idea about what we have been developing for the past few years. So Ballerina, the current release of Ballerina is called the Ballerina Swan Lake. So this is an open source programming language which we have been developing for about 6+ years. So when I say it's fully open source, which is developed by WSO2, it means it's free to use, first of all. And we are open for any contributions from you, and this is built with community feedback. So everyone can contribute to it, and also everyone can download it for free and use it for hackathon projects. So Ballerina is a cloud-native programming language optimized for integration. So simply put, so this makes connecting systems easy. So when you're working with the hackathon projects, you obviously have to work with external systems to get data. Like let's say you're writing a simple weather API, you have to get weather data from a third-party weather API. So Ballerina you'll find out that Ballerina is easy to use when you're working with systems like this. So you can easily integrate all the data that you get from multiple sources using Ballerina. And also you will find out that this is that this is data oriented and network aware. So which means like when you're working with real world systems, you have to work with entities like let's say students, employees. So Ballerina has an easy way of representing these, and also you don't have to compile and juggle with a big complex raw JSON files or XML files, but instead you can type it with Ballerina. You can use types with Ballerina where you represent a real world entity as a Ballerina record, and you will find it easy that this is very convenient with Ballerina because it gives you the opportunity to work with the data in a seamless manner. And also this language is network aware, which means when you're working with real world systems and also when you're writing your hackathon projects, you will have to deal with different network protocols like HTTP, FTP, and also these days we get to see like GraphQL APIs and gRPC. So Ballerina has a rich library system where you'll find libraries to work with these network protocols without having to rely on third-party systems or libraries. And also Ballerina is feature-rich, which means it has a strong type system, like intrinsic error handling, explicit error handling, and also it comes with a tooling where you will see like you have a VS Code extension to work on the Visual Studio Code, where you get all the completions and also the compile times error there. And also it comes with a build system, unlike some of the languages where you have to install other build systems. Like for example, for Java, you have to install Maven or Gradle to build your program. But Ballerina comes with an inbuilt build system, and also it has a rich library and ecosystem where you will find connectors like the network protocols. You will also find out connectors where you can like seamlessly connect to Gmail, then Google Calendar, maybe Salesforce. Let's say you want to send an SMS, then you have a video connector. So most of the third-party systems are the connectors for the most of the third-party systems are implemented in the Ballerina library, which you can find in the Ballerina Center. And also it comes with a visual editor, the Ballerina visualizer, to visualize your code as a sequence diagram. And also it comes with a test framework and a test report which you can view by just running a simple Ballerina command. So once you get started with Ballerina, you will realize how simple it is for its syntax and also its integration capabilities. So this is an example code where you're going to on how you are going to write a service with Ballerina. So as you can see, the syntax is very intuitive. The way you start writing an HTTP service, for example, is that you can import the Ballerina HTTP library when you put this import statement, and then you can start writing a service. So this service and resources are supported by the language natural. So when we write a service, so as you can like simply understand, we can write a service which listens on the 8080 port, and it has a couple of resource functions where you can implement the REST API based functions like get, put, post, and delete, and also the default one. And you can return types instead of plain JSON or XML, where you will see in most of the services. Since Ballerina has a strong type system, you can, as I said, it is data oriented, so you can represent data as a type in Ballerina. So let's say without responding with without dealing with a complex JSON, you can deal with types in Ballerina. So your returns are defined by types, not just plain XML or JSON. And also as I said, errors are handled explicitly. We have error types which you can reuse in the Ballerina libraries in order to respond to the request from your API. And as you can see in the second one, this is a path parameter where, like, if you want to get a specific person from an array, you're going to send the ID and get the specific response. So like you can see, so this is a simple example of types in Ballerina. So like you can see, we have the tutor record, student record, and the person record. So if you can see the person record, we have the ID and the name. And in the student record, we have the ID and the name, and also additionally the courses. Again, in the tutor, we share the common ID and the name from person record, and additionally we have the department. So in Ballerina, when you subtype, it relies on the structure of the record rather than the name, which means it only takes into account the field rather than the name. So here, if we create a table in Ballerina of the type person, this will accept all the type person, student, and also tutor, because person is a subtype of student. So because person, we have ID and name, and it is also common in student and tutor. So when you add a person here, you can like create the type student, or you can also create the type tutor, and so you can add it to the person array. So this is how subtyping works in Ballerina. It's easy for you when you write your code using abstractions. Okay, so Ballerina is also graphical. As I said, your code can be represented with a sequence diagram. So you can also switch to this visualizer mode, and you can, if you like, you can edit it in the graphical mode as well. Or you can switch to both modes and write as it is convenient to you. And we also have the service designer for all the services. So like you can see, this is an example of a HTTP service designer. In the graphical view, you can see all the services and you can go ahead and edit each of the resource and edit and save it. Also, this is an example of a GraphQL service service diagram, which is also inbuilt with Ballerina features. And we have a powerful data transforming visualizing tool in Ballerina, where you can, as you can see, you can have two types of records and you can transform it to a third type of record. And this is also possible visually. And like you can see, once you do it visually, the code will be generated for you. And recently we have introduced the Ballerina Copilot to fix code. So you can use this feature to fix all the bugs or else the compilation errors that you see in your code while you write a program. Yeah, with the recent advancements for AI, so Ballerina doesn't only support the traditional integrations, Ballerina also has the support for integrations in the AI domain. And we have introduced like agent-based programming, where you can simply write an agent for personal assistance, as you can see in this example. So not just for personal assistance, you can use this type of agents for many code generations. And also we are adding the support for natural programming, natural language processing, and also RAG-based integrations. So we have added all the material at the end of the slide set, where you can go through them and all the complete examples can be found. You can download them, run and try them out. So when we take a sample use case for the hackathon project, you might write a mobile application or a web application, and at the back end you will have the business logic. So where Ballerina falls here is at the backend business logic. So mobile application can be written using any technology that you want, and the web app or the web application also. The business app logic at the backend is expected to be written with Ballerina. So you can write the services and serve it at the backend. Your front-end mobile application or web application can simply call the backend Ballerina APIs and do the front-end operations. So your application can be like a single, can have a single Ballerina backend, or else it can be split across multiple services. So it's up to you. So we don't have any like restrictions on how we are going to model it. But if you think that your application needs multiple services, you can split the backend to multiple services and then implement them using Ballerina. And then you can go on to add a database or a third-party service, like I said, like a Gmail service, a Gmail API, where you will find the Ballerina connectors to integrate to, and so likewise you can use the third-party services as well in your hackathon project. So what we want you to develop is like, there are no hard and fast rules on what type of application we are expecting. So you can do a simple API integration as long as the problem is valid, or else you can have a microservice based system, like where you have a distributed healthcare system, or like sending reminders or patient data processing, which is in the healthcare domain. And also you can do an event-driven integration, and you can also try generative AI applications with the AI agent library that we have, and also natural language support that we have. So what you need to do is that there will be 2 rounds for this hackathon. So the first round will be virtual, where you will have to implement your hackathon project end-to-end, and you upload the source code to GitHub as a public open source repository, which means everyone can access it. And also along with that, you have to create a video and upload it to YouTube, which can last from 5 to 10 minutes. And doesn't have to be like a very innovative or else a fancy video. We just want like a presentation where you explain your project. So this will help us understand the project if we come across any doubts in the source code. And so you will be given a form to submit the repository URL and also the URL, the link to the YouTube video. And also feel free to share a social media post on LinkedIn and Twitter, highlighting your experience in the competition and also the potential impact that we will have from the hackathon project. And then after shortlisting the selected teams, we will be announcing the shortlisted finalists, and these teams will go through a physical hackathon. There will be a task that is given to them, which will be revealed on the day of the event. And also you will have to present their project to the judges, and the final judgment will be from the judges. So when we evaluate the projects, we evaluate the innovation. We check for the innovation if it has been done before, or else if it is an original idea that you have chosen, and also the impact that you have that the project has. Basically, like it can add a business value, or else it can add a social value. So whichever is, both are fine with us. And also the Ballerina usage also will be under evaluation. We'll see how well the Ballerina language and its capability is utilized. Again, like there are no fixed criteria for this. The more you use the Ballerina features properly, like error handling, or maybe using the types properly and integrations, so this will add more weight to the evaluation. And also the presentation also will be a part of it. We'll see how clearly the problem is articulated and how it has been solved. It's not about it's not the fancy things that we see. We only want to see how well the problem is identified and how the solution is provided for that. Yeah, okay. So if you're new to Ballerina, so don't worry. There's a lot of learning material that is there to get started with Ballerina. So, and since the syntax is easy, and also there are examples like the projects from the last year which are open source uploaded to GitHub repos. So you can go through them as well to get an idea about the language and also how you can implement it. So you can get started by downloading Ballerina from the Ballerina website. And we have also the very detailed documentations and tutorials. I have added the learn guide where you can start writing a simple hello world program and go on to build and improve on top of that. And we have the Ballerina by example for each scenario, like how you want to handle an error, writing a service, or else working with JSON or XML. Everything will be there with short examples. And we also have a YouTube training series where you will find how to write a REST API and how to do data transformations, and also like package management stuff where you want to write and publish a library to Ballerina Central and reuse it. Everything can be found in the YouTube training series. And I have also added the Ballerina use cases where you will see use cases for integrations and then AI, event-driven architecture, etc. in the page with code samples that you can run and understand. And in addition to that, you also can go through the awareness session and the workshop from the previous Innovate with Ballerina competition, which happened in 2024. There in the awareness session, you will learn more about the Ballerina type system, the error handling, and the feature-rich platform. And then in the workshop one, you will find out how to write a service from scratch. You will write a service with all the resources. And then in the workshop 2, you will see the advanced concepts that are in Ballerina. Yeah, so you can also join the Ballerina community, which will be useful when you're writing your hackathon projects. So if you have any doubts or clarifications, you can always ask on Discord or Stack Overflow. If you think that you need to have a detailed discussion, like a continuous discussion, then you can initiate it in the Discord server. Or else if it is a straightforward question, you can write it on Stack Overflow and get the answer. Also follow us on Twitter, and also you can contribute to the Ballerina Erlang repository since it's open source on GitHub. So that's about it. So are we taking questions now, or are we taking it later?
That will be done in a separate session.
Okay. Okay, then thank you all. Looking forward to see your hackathon projects.
Thank you, Miss Asma, for that powerful inspiration. Your words were truly inspiring and offered a wealth of practical insight and wisdom. We are deeply grateful for the time you dedicated to be with us today and for the profound inspiration you've shared. It's clear that your journey and experiences have left a lasting impression on all of us. Once again, thank you very much. Now let's turn into the exciting journey that lies ahead. It is my pleasure to invite Lakindu Kariyawasam, Chairperson of Innovate with Ballerina 2025, to provide us with a comprehensive overview of the competition. He will be guiding us through all the key aspects of this year's competition, including the competition format, timeline of the events, team formation guidelines, and all other essential details.
All right. Can you just confirm that you can see my screen and I am audible? All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so what is Innovate with Ballerina? I'm just Miss Asma went through the Ballerina language and what's possible with it, the infinite possibilities it offers. So this set of slides is just going to run through the competition of Innovate with Ballerina, just to get you through some guidelines on team formation and just the competition as a whole. Right, so what is Innovate with Ballerina? And you can just read off the slide, but very simply what Innovate with Ballerina is, it's a platform designed for university students to innovate with the Ballerina language. It's a great opportunity for you to come up with a solution to a problem you see day to day. Maybe it's a problem you've seen some time ago, some kind of innovation that you are willing to do as a team. This platform is there for that. So Innovate with Ballerina is a great opportunity for you to express yourselves together with your team and to innovate together. So just a little bit on Innovate with Ballerina and the team behind it. So the Innovate with Ballerina 2025 competition is organized by the IEEE student branch of University of Moratuwa, along with the IEEE Computer Society student branch of University of Moratuwa. And we have WSO2 as our partner in this. So IEEE student branch of University of Moratuwa organizes many events throughout the year, and this is one of them. And we've collaborated with the IEEE Computer Society student branch, since this domain is something related to that. I hope you can still hear me. I lost my power for a little bit there.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So the IEEE student branch, as I said, is organizing this competition for the second year along with the IEEE Computer Society, and we are honored and proud to have WSO2 as our partners for this competition. And since the Ballerina language itself is born out of WSO2, it's a great opportunity for us to have WSO2 as partners. So a little bit on the event timeline. As I'm sure most of you would know, the registrations have now been open for around 2 weeks or so. The registrations are still open. So just for anyone who hasn't registered yet, who is wanting to know about the competition, register now. It's a great time to get registered. And so today is June 4th. We are having our introductory session and the submissions will be opening. So these are the key dates that you'll want to keep in mind as someone who's taking part in the competition. So submissions, as Ms. Asma outlined, you'll be making a video submission as a YouTube URL as well as your code base through a GitHub URL. And both these submissions should be made on July 8th. Excuse me. The submissions will open on July 8th and the deadline is on August 19th. So there's about a 1.5 months period where you can submit your submission. You can get started today. So there's plenty of time to get started on this. And during this time, at any point between July 8th and August 19th, you can submit or make your submission. So if you're a university student, I'm sure you might have exams somewhere in the middle. The timeline provides you with an opportunity to fit that all in. So we wanted to make sure as many people as possible could make their submissions and make it as flexible as we possibly could. So you can get started today. There's around 2.5 months till the submission deadline. So that's plenty of time to get started and finish your work and hopefully make the submission as well. So we do hope to have 2 workshops. So as Ms. Asma mentioned, there are recordings of previous workshops from last year as well on basic concepts of Ballerina and advanced concepts as well. So those slides will be shared after the event, so you can check them out and really get to know your basics of Ballerina and then the advanced concepts as well. So our plan initially is to build on top of those in the next two workshops that we'll be having. So we have dates pointed out tentatively on July 21st and August 5th for the two workshops. So that'll mainly be covering even more advanced concepts. And like Miss Asma mentioned, there are new capabilities in Ballerina now, including AI agents that is very trending these days. So all of these will be covered in these workshops. And just by going through the videos in last year's workshops and through these two workshops as well, I think you'll get a great idea of what the language is. So even if you're someone who's completely new to the language, it's quite easy to grasp. And if you go through the videos and connect with the community, I'm sure you'll find plenty of resources to do that. So the key dates that you do have to remember is that submissions will open on July 8th, submissions will close on August 19th, and the grand final will happen on September 27th. So after your submissions are made by August 19th, the Ballerina team will select the top 10 teams, and the top 10 teams will be competing in the grand final. As Ms. Asma mentioned, the task will be revealed later, and we'll have the award ceremony there that evening as well. So this is the timeline for the event. We've been getting a few questions on the timeline and whether people will be able to submit. I'm sure those doubts will be clarified by now. And I'm sure whatever you have, whatever other commitments you have, you can find some time to register and make your submission as well. So for anyone who hasn't registered yet, my message would be to go and register now. If you want to change your team, you can do that later, but make sure you register now so you can keep in touch with us as well. Right. So the exciting part is the prices, right? So Innovate with Ballerina has a massive prize pool. The first place has 150,000 prize, second place of 100,000, and a third place prize of 75,000 as well. And in addition to that, all the other teams in the top 10, so that's 4th, 5th, 6th on to 10th, will receive a cash prize of 25,000 rupees. So it's a great chance for you to win a cash prize, but it's an even greater chance for you to innovate and present your solutions as well. So these are the prizes. Even if you're the 10th side here, you could win up to 25,000 rupees. And separately, we also have the most popular innovations. So 10 teams will be selected on reactions on social media, and they'll be able to win WSO2 gift hampers as well. So these are the prizes. I'm sure you're all excited to win one of these, and I'm sure I wish you all the best of luck. So a couple of things on the guidelines. We have some guidelines on team formation. So all participants must be currently enrolled university graduates of the same university. So we did have a couple of questions saying someone said they have a friend from a different university. Could they join to form a team? Unfortunately, under the guidelines, you have to be of the same university or institution. The teams must consist of a minimum of 3 members and a maximum of 4 members. So if it's just 2 people you have right now, you're going to have to find someone else to register a team. And if you have 4 people already, unfortunately, you can't have anyone else. So 3 to 4 is the number we're looking for in terms of the team size. And we do have this rider that team members must not be current or former interns at WSO2. So if you are studying IT or computer science at any university, you may have done an internship, you may be doing an internship at WSO2. Unfortunately, if so, you cannot take part in the competition at all. So once the registration period ends, teams cannot change their members. So it's done up to the registration deadline, and each participant is allowed to register with only one team. I think this is pretty obvious. You can't have 2 people cannot register for this. One person cannot register for 2 teams. And participants, can't join multiple teams. Each team must have a unique team name and an assigned team leader at the time of registration, which I feel is pretty straightforward. Right. So finally, the guidelines of the competition. To have a fair and successful participation, we expect that you'll abide to the following conditions. So I'll just read off the screen here. All interested teams must register for the competition before the deadline, and late registrations will not be counted. Teams must adhere to the guidelines of each competition, and teams must adhere to the guidelines for the competition to count as valid submission. Submissions after the deadline will not count as valid, and the evaluation process will be done by the Ballerina team of WSO2. And finally, the decisions made by the judging panel and the organizing committee will be final. So that is all. That is all we have on the guidelines. A slight note on the social media prizes. I just got the word that we might have a slight change to that. There might be a monetary prize attached to that as well. So that's somewhere down the line. You can start working on that, and we'll announce that once the most popular innovation selection is happening. So that's a little bit about the guidelines. We'll have our Q&A session in a little bit. So if you have any questions, please do raise them. And that is all that I have with regards to the competition. I wish you all the best. And finally, if you haven't registered already, please do so now. You can do it today. You just need 3 people. And if you want to change teams later, you can do that absolutely. So there's no risk at all. You can register now. You can stay in touch with us with all the workshops that are happening, all the resources that are being shared as well. So please do register if you haven't already. And if you have registered, you can start on your submissions today itself. All right, so that's about it from me. I'll hand it back over to Senaya.
Thank you, Lakindu, for that detailed introduction. We now open the floor for the question and answer session. If you have any questions regarding the Ballerina language, the competition, the upcoming workshops, or any other aspect of Innovate with Ballerina 2025, this is your opportunity to gain clarity and insights. To ensure a smooth and interactive experience, we are using Slido as our Q&A platform. You can submit your questions by scanning the QR code displayed on the screen. Once submitted, your questions will appear in real time, and you can also upload others' questions that you find relevant or interesting. Answering your questions today will be Ms. Asma Jabir and Lakindu Kariyawasam, who are both closely involved in the initiative and are well equipped to provide detailed responses. We encourage all participants to actively engage. No question is too simple or too complex. Let's make the most of this opportunity to deepen our understanding and prepare for the exciting journey ahead.
Yeah, just a small correction on the prize pool. Can you go back to that slide?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so for the most popular innovation award, so during the 2024 Innovate with Ballerina Hackathon, we gave like 10 teams with WSO2 gift hampers. And this time also we'll be giving the award, but then the criteria will change a bit. So we have not finalized it yet. So we'll keep you informed later. So the number of teams also might change. We don't know if we are going to keep it at 10. So let's see. We'll keep you informed anyway. Okay, thank you.
So we've already started receiving several questions from our participants. I think we can start the session. The first question will be to Ms. Asma. So one of the participants want to know if there are any sample projects or GitHub repositories that we can explore for inspiration.
Yes, for sure. So we have the official tutorials that we have published from WSO to the Ballerina team. So you will find integration tutorials, AI tutorials, and also the simple, from the simple hello world, you can go up to the advanced use cases to learn about them. And also the previous projects from the IEEE Ballerina, Innovate with Ballerina Hackathon are also good source of tutorials for you. So specifically the top 30 projects, we can share the top 30 projects with you. You can go through all of them and get an idea and all learn Ballerina.
Right. So the next question will be to Lakindu. So one of the participants want to know, so they couldn't finish the last year project. They're asking if they can do an extension of that.
So if last year's project by the team was not submitted as a submission, they can submit it, because we can't check if the work was done last year. So if it's not been submitted last year, it will be classified or recognized as a new submission.
Another question to Miss Asma. How do you run and deploy a Ballerina program?
To run and deploy. So, okay, so you can simply run, like I said, Ballerina comes with a CLI, like build system. So when you install Ballerina, you will get the Ballerina CLI as well. So if you want to run the Ballerina program, once you write the Ballerina code, you just simply run bell run on that project, and then you'll be able to run. And another way is that you can create the executable separately using the Ballerina bell build command, and then it will generate a jar file, and then you can simply run it using java minus jar. So anyway, everything is there, everything is included in the documentations. If you like start with the learn guide, you will see how you can write the application and run it. And also in terms of deployment, you can deploy it anywhere, like since it's a jar file, like you deploy a simple jar file anywhere, you can do it. If you want to deploy it in a cloud service provider, then you can, again, there's like inbuilt support for that in Ballerina as well. You can simply run like bal build dash dash cloud. Let's say you want to generate the Docker file to deploy it in the Kubernetes. So when you give the dash dash cloud file, it will create the Docker file for your executable, and then you can just publish it to the Docker Hub and pull it in your Kubernetes cluster.
Right. We have another questions that a lot of people seem to be interested in. This one's for Lakindu. Are there any specific themes or problem statements participants must address?
So in terms of a specific theme or problem statement, there is no such theme for this. You are completely free to choose any theme or problem statement of your choice. And part of the creativity and innovation part is that criteria which you'll be judged on is this. So you're free to choose anything or any theme you'd like to make your submission on.
The next question will be to Miss Asma again. How can we best leverage Ballerina's unique features like its built-in concurrency or network abstractions to create a project that truly stands out?
Yeah, I think it basically is an implementation detail. So, like, if you want to select like a concurrency field scenario, you can select something like that, and also probably a chat agent, or else let's say um, a simple e-commerce site even will need concurrency to support a lot of users. So there you can use the concurrency features in Ballerina. It's not very difficult. It's a simple keyword. Once you start uh, writing it in the concurrent manner, the Ballerina language will force you to write the entire program in a concurrency safe manner.
Right. Lakindu, I think you can.
There was
Sorry?
another, right? Concurrency and another part to it, right?
Or network abstractions to create a project that stands out. Yes.
Yes, it's basically depends on the scenario that you choose. So anyway, when you work with a lot of integrations, and when you want to write an application that serves a lot of users, you will get to use these features in Ballerina naturally. So you don't need to like specifically focus on leveraging a particular feature, but then think of how you can use the Ballerina, like what features requires the most to make your scenario stand out.
Right, this one's for Lakindu. So we have already registered a team of 3 members, but we'd like to add one more friend. How can we do this?
Yes. So to do that, so if any team wants to change their team after registration, you can contact a member of our delegate handling committee. So the team lead can do that. So the team leads would have been added to a group by now, which in which we maintain communication. So you can contact one of the admins of those groups and inform the details of the member you want to add. So even if someone is not participating, you can do that. If two people in two teams want to swap over, you can inform us of that. Just make sure that to do this before either team makes their submission. So if you are changing teams, if two people are changing teams, this can only be done before before either team makes their submission. So that's just what you need to keep in mind. So yeah, so the gist of it is contact our delegate handling committee.
Right, the next question is for you as well. So are there any limitations we should follow regarding the scale of the project?
As to the scale of the project, I think Miss Asma can also add into that.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a scale as such. So
Not really. If
Yeah.
you can do a complex projects, it's up to you. But then
Right.
the completion of the project should be there.
So I think Miss Asma can answer the next question. What are the most common mistakes or weak points you've seen in past submissions, and how can we avoid them?
Yeah. So in the past submissions, like as far as I remember, there were some projects that were written completely using ChatGPT. So it's we don't like discourage using ChatGPT or any other AI models. You can go ahead and use it, but then make sure that you have written a code that works. So your project can be simple, but then idea can be phenomenal. So that is fine. So those projects are welcome. Uh, and apart from that, when you're writing code, just make sure that you're submitting a code that is working, basically. So if you and in the process, if you have any questions, like if you're stuck somewhere that you don't know how to write a part of the code, you don't know how to integrate a connector, then always use Discord or Stack Overflow to ask questions and get them clarified. So that way you can write a complete project efficiently.
Right. So another participant wants to know if they can join the workshops without entering the competition.
I don't
Yes,
mind.
yes, that would be possible. So you can join the workshops. We don't place a limitation as such. So if you are just keen to learn ballerina, you can join the workshops. And if you are joining the workshops, you might as well make a submission, because you can apply what you learned there in the workshops in making something for yourself and presenting it as a solution. So if you do want to learn ballerina through this workshop, feel free to join. But I do encourage you to make a submission, form a team and make a submission as well. Yeah.
Right. Right. I think we're done with all the questions. Thank you for both of you for the invaluable insights you shared with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, a quick reminder for everyone. So after the next session, we'll be taking a group photo. So please change your virtual background to the ones that we'll be sharing in your groups now. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to express our deepest appreciation to our guest speaker, Ms. Asma Jabir, for taking time to inspire and educate us tonight. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to WSO2 for their unwavering support and for enabling this enriching experience a reality. On behalf of the IEEE Student Branch of University of Moratuwa, please accept this token of appreciation as a heartfelt gratitude, valuable part of our journey. Thank you. Finally, let's take a moment to capture this vibrant memory together, a snapshot of innovation, inspiration, and new beginnings. If you're comfortable, please turn on your cameras for a quick group photo. Let's see the brilliant faces of Innovate with Ballerina 2025. I hope everyone's ready. The countdown starts now. Okay, thank you for the photo, everyone. What a fantastic moment to wrap up a memorable session. On behalf of the entire organizing team, thank you for being with us tonight. We can't wait to see your ideas come to life in this year's competition. Stay tuned for Workshop 1, and until then, stay curious, stay bold, and keep coding. This is Senaya Bandar signing off for the day. Good night, dream big, and let your passion guide you forward. Thank you.